Today, we're going to talk about the most popular cities that expats and foreigners choose when they come to Vietnam, including some hidden gems that not many people know about. So whether you're a young dude moving here, trying to find a career, making a stable income, and then settling here, or you're an older guy trying to start a family or retiring, trying to make your money go as far as possible, enjoying good weather and food without blowing the bank. The first and most popular city is Ho Chi Minh City, aka Saigon. This has a very young, energetic, and innovative vibe. They are building transportation around the city and is growing by the day. However, it is a slow process, but they're trying to make progress. People all over the country of Vietnam is moving to Ho Chi Minh City for the main reason that there's a lot of economic uptrends here. You can start businesses such as massage parlors. You can go and open a restaurant, maybe a cafe, do fitness training. Whatever you're trying to do to better yourself economically, Ho Chi Minh City is the best place to go. The one downturn about Ho Chi Minh City is there's so many people, so you're gonna find a lot of suffocating traffic, especially during the rush hour, people going to work in the morning and coming home at night. And because of this, there's also a lot of air pollution. People are traveling by cars, by bikes, and generally when there's a lot of people, the air quality will reflect that. Another negative factor about Saigon, because there are so many people from different places moving to the city, there's no really a local trade. For example, you can go to a city like Hoi An and you can say it's so safe there because you know the local people and the way they live their life. And even if there's a lot of tourists, they come and then they go. However, in a place like Ho Chi Minh City, people come and reside here, starting businesses and basically living here day to day. So if you're getting pickpocketed, getting scams, and people not treating you well, then you don't know if they're actually from the city or they're coming from other places of the country. If you are a young dude trying to get into the party scene, nightlife, and maybe dating, get a girlfriend or something, then Ho Chi Minh is also a good place. There's a lot of people here, like I said, there's a very young vibe. A lot of people are out and about and trying to mingle and find a partner as well. Because living expense here is so expensive, a lot of people are trying to find a partner to rent a condo or a house with so they can split the cost. It's a big city, but it can get lonely really fast if you don't have a partner. So a lot of women out here are trying to look for a stable and loyal boyfriend. Ho Chi Minh City is also one of the few cities in Vietnam that has a big expat community. So if you don't speak Vietnamese and you want a reminder of home or some friends that know how to speak English, then Ho Chi Minh City, especially here in District 1, is a very good place to be. Overall, I would say Saigon is the most fun place to live. There's always some kind of events or clubs that you can join and places to go and things to do. All right, moving up north, let's talk about Da Nang. This is a city in the middle region of Vietnam, and it offers a lot of fresh air because there's not a lot of people compared to Ho Chi Minh City. They have mountains and beaches. And also, there's a big expat community here as well. People who are looking to retire might choose Da Nang because it has a fine balance between nature and city life. There's one area where you can hang out, play beach volleyball and go swimming, or you can go into the city area where there's malls and markets and even a nightlife strip. The dating scene, however, can be more difficult than Ho Chi Minh City because there are less people and the people of Da Nang is very reserved, traditional. So it's very hard to actually talk to a woman in the middle region of Vietnam, find a girlfriend, and just dating like you know in the West. Because people here are very shy to talk to strangers. And especially if you don't speak Vietnamese, it could be a hard time finding a girlfriend in Da Nang City compared to Saigon. So keep that in mind as well. Because this is a smaller city and a lot of locals live here, the price has not been jacked up to the level of Ho Chi Minh City. So that's fantastic. So I think this is a good place if you're a digital nomad, not looking to go out and do much, maybe one day a week, go to a bar or club, something like that, and maybe go to the beach and have a healthy lifestyle, work out, run around, play beach volleyball. Or you're a retiree, just trying to lay low and enjoy the nature and have a peaceful time, then Da Nang is the best for you. It's not very loud and hectic and crazy like Ho Chi Minh City. So this is probably one of the best places, I think, to live in Vietnam. And a lot of people are beginning to catch on to that. And they even say this is the Miami of Vietnam because it's so clean. They're trying to be the next Singapore. So you're not going to find as much garbage and mess around Da Nang City compared to Ho Chi Minh. Also, the airport is quite near. So to get into the city, it's going to take like 10-15 minutes maximum and very cheap. Maybe $2 or $3. You can go from the airport into the city and very quickly. And because the population is much smaller than Saigon, traffic is also not a problem. If you're bored, you can also go to Hue, which is the ancient city where the kings and queens and stuff used to live. You can also go south about 45 minutes to the city of Hoi An. It's very beautiful. There's lanterns. Basically one of the most photographed places of Vietnam. Moving along up north is Hanoi. Of course, this is the capital city. A lot of international companies also set their offices here, so you will find an expat community. Hanoi is very different to Ho Chi Minh City in that it's very mild, mellow. It's very slow paced. People are not rushing to go anywhere. People here are very kind and welcoming. However, you should avoid small scams and things like that if you go to very touristy area like the Old Quarter. If open air is something you're into, then move into the West Lake area. Basically, it's the biggest lake in all of Hanoi, and around it there's many shops, restaurants, as well as condos and hotels. If you live in this area in the morning or evening, you can go work out, run around the lake, or take your bike around. It's very big, so if you walk, it's going to take you hours to complete the whole circle. Being the capital city, it also has a lot of culture and history. If you walk around, you're going to see the infrastructure, the building way back from hundreds of years ago, and museums where you can visit to learn more about the history of Vietnam. They do have a bustling nightlife street as well, much like in Bui Vien area, and the tourists know about this. So if you go here during the weekend, you can find a lot of expats and foreigners and make friends, have some drink and chit chat with them. One disadvantage of Hanoi is it's more polluted than other cities in Vietnam, so sometimes you can see the sky is not very clear. If you go out, maybe put on a mask to protect yourself. But you can also get out of the city and go to Ninh Bình or Hải Phòng or Vinh Hạ Long is very close by. Even like Mộc Châu and Sapa are very popular cities with nature, mountains, and beautiful sceneries that you can visit. Just get on a sleeper bus. It's going to cost you $10-15 and you can be in a different city and enjoy a total different vibe. Okay, so now I'll give you 4 cities that are less talked about. The first one is Cần Thơ. It's in the Mekong area, and this is a big bustling city. It's one of the biggest in Vietnam actually, even though most people don't know about it. They don't have much of a nightlife area, but you can live among the locals, see how they live and sell their produce on the river. The people here are very nice, polite, and honest. So you don't have to worry about, getting into scams or people stealing your stuff. And also the air is much more fresh than Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City. Also, the cost of living is quite low compared to the cities that I've listed. So it's a good place for retirees or people that want to stay low and work very hard and build up like a startup business or something. Going further south, there's an island called Phu Quoc. It's very beautiful. The beaches are some of the best in all of Vietnam. The sunset here is unreal. Because it's an island, there's not a big population here. However, because it's near the sea, you can eat fresh seafood for very cheap. Also, the people here are quite spread out, so to get from one area to another, you do need to ride the bike for 30-40 minutes. And in between, there's nothing but trees, open land, and sea. So if you're the type of person that like being around a lot of people, all the hustle and bustle that Vietnam is known for, like Ho Chi Minh City, then this is not it. And because it's an island, you do need to fly here or take a ferry for a few hours just to get here. So if you have a medical emergency or something like that, it might be quite hard to get somewhere quickly. Moving a bit up north into the mountain, we have the city of Đà Lạt. This is actually the #1 destination for Vietnamese tourists. Like internally, this is where they like to go when they have some time off. Đà Lạt has beautiful scenery, waterfall, nature, and the temperature is quite cool. So a lot of people from Hanoi or even Ho Chi Minh City, when they have time off, they would fly or take a sleeper bus and go up the mountain and visit this beautiful city. It's very serene and the people are incredibly nice and honest. So Dalat is a good place to live if you're looking to retire or you have a family trying to raise your kids and lay low. They have nightlife, but very small, just a few bars and a couple clubs and a night market. But other than that, it's mostly nature. If you're looking to exercise, take a walk, and live a peaceful life, then Dalat is a good place. However, because it's so popular, the land prices and rental price is going up, so it's not going to be as cheap as you think. For example, like Cần Thơ or Phu Quoc, it's going to be hard to compare because Dalat is a very popular city. The last one I'll give you is one of my favorite in all of Vietnam, which is Nha Trang. It is a beach city, so it's like Da Nang but a little bit smaller. The one problem that people have about Da Nang is it has typhoon and hurricanes around the rainy season, like September and October. However, Nha Trang is well protected because of its location, so it doesn't get much of like large typhoon and hurricanes, so you're more safer here. It can get really scary around this time, October-ish, if you're living in Da Nang City. If you read the news, you'll see all about it. So Nha Trang is more chill, it's very cheap to live here, and people are so nice, they're very honest, the food is good, and there's a lot of seafood here. If you guys enjoy those stuff, it's very fresh because it's near all the sea. One nice thing about Nha Trang is it's very close to Dalat, so you can take a sleeper bus and a few hours you can travel between the two cities. So those are some of my favorite cities to live in Vietnam. What do you guys think? What did I miss? Leave in the comment section below which are the best cities that you think to live in Vietnam, and do you agree with my list? Alright, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.